Cancer, March 2017, and I'm Lada from Lada, guys, and this is your prediction. Focus specifically on Venus retrograde in Aries, which happens so rarely. It happens once. This is the planet that goes retrograde the least amount of time, the most rarely. That's why it is so important, and we astrologers talk so much about it when it happens. The last time Venus went retrograde was in the summer for the Northern Hemisphere of 2015. But actually the last time Venus was retrograde in Aries again was 8 years ago, and that was 2009. And think back to those two times. Maybe topics and themes of your life that started then will come back to be completed, to be revisited, to be changed, to be taken to the next level, or to be removed from your life. Maybe think back to relationships that started then. Think back to life situations that started then. Think back to investments that you've made then. Think back to something that happened in 2015 or 2009. So 8 years ago when Venus was in Aries again, or 2 years approximately ago when Venus was retrograde, especially the summer of 2015 and the autumn. So you can finally close the chapter there, or remove it from your life, or you can review it and improve it. But particularly for Cancer now, let's see how this Venus retrograde is going to affect you. And it starts in March from the beginning, and it continues till the 14th of April, but it has two phases, this Venus retrograde. The first phase is till the 25th of March, while Venus is basically, imagine it's moving, and then the beginning of March it stops and it starts moving backwards. The Sun follows it, and around the 25th of March Venus comes and joins the Sun, and this is when the new cycle of Venus starts. The new 19-month cycle starts. Venus after that continues to move again backwards, but it's already started a new cycle. So there is a rebirth of a new inner goddess, which is still in utero, while it's moving retrograde, but from the 15th of April it starts moving direct. So it starts, following the Sun, and it's 19-month cycle starts again. What does it mean for you guys? And it's happening in your 10th house. So this might be something connected to projects or career matters that come to you from the past that have to be re-examined and reevaluated whether they're worth putting your time and efforts in. The 10th house is your social status. The 10th house is your relationships with bosses, authority figures, father figures, institutions, governments. So some issue or problem from the past that has been, not paid attention to, or kind of swept under the carpet, can come back now to be renewed, to be talked about with the relationship with the father or boss or something. So there can be new conditions between you. So they can be new, improved, more fair conditions, which is what Venus always fights for by the time it starts new cycles, and especially in April. So for example, if you've been having some problem with governments, with institutions, you have to sort them out. You sort them out by April, and you'll be at a new relationship level with such institutions, governments, bosses, or maybe some career that you've been following, that comes career, which is the 10th house vocation, that you've let go of, that comes back from the past for you, to incorporate some of its qualities, or to incorporate maybe a job that you passed on, can come back now for you to be, to be again incorporated in your life, for example. Or maybe some project that you're working in regards to your career can come to a close in the first 3 weeks of March, because Venus is in its ending phase. We know it as a waning moon phase, basically, because Venus is, like I told you, it stops, and then till the 25th of March it's completing its 19-month cycle by coming and conjuncting the Sun again on the 25th of March. So it's in its waning phase when something concludes in regards to your 10th house, career, relationships with bosses, with fathers, some chapter of your life connected to career, to some project that you're working on, which is 10th house, art house of financial, material, career matters, some kind of a goal career-wise, comes to a completion, or is reevaluated, or comes to you from the past to be re-edited, redesigned, redone in some way. And especially if you happen to be Cancers that are in Venus-ruled careers, like beverages, alcohol, food, luxuries, luxury products, working with women, art, design, advising, Venus rules advising, Venus rules all beautiful things, working with women as well, or entertainment industry in any sort. So if you're in those areas, Venus can bring old projects to you, or might ask you to work 3 times hard on those Venusian projects. So after that, you can release them, for example, when Venus starts moving direct. So now you might be asked to put the final touches to such kind of careers or career projects connected to Venus that I mentioned, what kind of careers Venus naturally rules. And you have to, a retrograde planet requires 3 times more efforts, but it gives 3 times more lasting and long-term results at the end, which is great, you know. So you might be put under pressure to fix, to improve something in such things, that something that is not exactly perfect, to redesign it, to redo it. Some context from the past connected to career, projects and goals that you want can come back to you and to be worked on, hopefully improved. And in some cases, it might be a total reevaluation of your career and direction in life. And if there is no renegotiating of those terms or ability to move to a next level, you might release certain job positions and certain career positions. In another case, it might be an old job coming as well, an old career opportunity coming to you. And don't forget, Cancers, that Venus naturally rules all love relationships. Even though it's in your 10th house, you may be like a love that's happened at your work might come back. That's another possibility it can come. But generally, Venus is love and relationships. So just remember that all this reevaluation and coming back to you can come to you through not only work projects and agreements and career things, but also on your personal level, because Venus is a personal planet. And something as well, Venus rules your 4th house of family. And so some issues or some matters that were from the past connected to your childhood or to family can come to the surface to be reevaluated. You might start thinking more about your childhood, something from the past. It's not necessarily that you confront it tangibly, visibly, but it might be like a small alchemical process happening within you while Venus is retrograde, that you're working through some psychological issues and emotions and feelings connected to your mom, to your past. Or for some of you, it might just mean that your mom, if you haven't seen her, you come and see her, or some members of your family. Venus retrograde, Venus rules your family, the 4th house, coming back to you to reconnect, to see each other in some way, or to address some old issues that were not addressed and to heal them. Because the ultimate goal of Venus is to rebalance, to bring more fairness, to bring more love, to take the love to the next level. But while it's retrograde, especially in March, it might first happen through some mini crisis. So the need for this rebalancing is addressed much more intensely. Or for example, some issue connected to home, property and family can come for you to rework, to kind of improve on, to fix something, and then you'll have a much more balanced and harmonious environment at home, or appearance of your home, or family. But while it's retrograde, it can trigger the crisis, so those issues are worked on, so they're no longer put under the carpet. And so yeah, guys, this is what I see Venus retrograde for you. All those things can manifest. Write to me, how is it manifesting? Are you reevaluating your career and direction in life? Are old authority figures, or maybe getting in touch with father figures or family figures from the past? Or are you some old projects coming to you to be redesigned and redone? So I just wanted to focus on Venus retrograde, not to take more of your time. This is what you can expect. Don't fear it. And if relationships are leaving, that's because Venus is in its closing phase. From April, you start a new phase, and you'll be on the next level with your career. Venus in the 10th house with authority figures, with relationships and family matters. Amen.